Good morning, everyone. This is Jeffy Kennedy, author of Epic Fantasy Romance. I'm here with my first cup of coffee. Delicious. Today is Tuesday, August 9th. 8-9 sounds like a good date to me. Yeah. So I'm wondering what I have to say today. Some mornings, look, if you're on video, you'll have an Isabel sighting in the background. Isabel's out here in the secret garden with me. Hmm. Isn't she pretty? She's a blue smoke Maine Coon cat. I love how she's got that faintest hint of blue to her fur. So yeah, she's feeling sprightly this morning. She's the queen, the Maine Coon queen cat. She's 16 and a half now. And she loves going out and messing around in the garden. So, yeah, some mornings I come out here, I have my notes. Some mornings I have lots of thoughts in my head. Other mornings, I'm sort of like a nice mellow blank. Today's a nice mellow blank. I'm feeling nicely relaxed. Got more stuff done yesterday, kind of catching up on my list. I've noticed how the lists have been creeping into the books. They always have. So I suppose that's just like one of my things. But I noticed that they are in the Covenant of Thorns books, they're in the Bonds of Magic books. Not so much the one I'm writing, not so much in Shadow Wizard. But I got my 2K on Shadow Wizard yesterday. I got it in a reasonable amount of time, got it early in the day. So that was great. Um, I'm, let's see, doing pretty well, I think. A little shy of 48,000 words, which I know that's like I'm past midpoint. I still have half the book to go, but it's feeling downhillish at this point. I'm also reading a book I'm really enjoying, uh, and I'm hoping that I will be able to recommend it to you. Uh, I need to get back on putting reviews on Goodreads, Amazon BookBub. Uh, I kind of fell off of doing it. I don't know why. Uh, I don't know. Maybe I just sort of ran out of time, but I would like to get back into doing that because I've read several good books lately, and I say them on here, but I feel like that's fairly transient. So I would like to go ahead and get that going again. Um, I did have some reaction to yesterday's podcast. A few different people asked me if they had heard correctly when I said that, uh, and it's really ebooks that I'm talking about, where an author can earn $3 a book, $5 a book, maybe depending on the price point. Um, Whereas, yes, from trad, print books we don't earn nearly so much from, and they're so expensive to produce. That's the thing about being a self-published author is the print books are expensive because we can't do it in bulk. We don't have access to a printing press. The POD cost is fairly high. The like Amazon or Ingram delivery cost is fairly high. So we are not able to get as much of a percentage from those, not without pricing the book even higher. And I think none of us wants to do that. It already feels like uh, egregious to charge, like $18 for a trade paperback. But even when that happens, a lot of times, like I'm only making 50 cents on the book or something like that. It's fan service. It's having print books is because some of you still want print books, which is fine. That's no problem at all. It's just where you where you make the bulk of your income is on the ebooks. If we didn't have those, we probably wouldn't be able to do it. We wouldn't be able to sell enough books to make an income to live on. But yes, for trad publishing, whether it's print or ebook, $1 per book, maybe that's good if you're getting that much. A lot of people are not getting that much, and yeah, it's the way it is. It's just a sucky cut. Um, yeah, it's they hold all the cards basically, and and even then, you're almost certainly paying 15% of that then to your agent. So that could come before or after the dollar a book, but a dollar goes down to 85 cents. It's unless you're selling a whole lot of books, it's just hard to make money to live on in trad, and so it goes. And I've recently learned of a major publisher, not one of the big five or big four. Um, it's sounding like the merger is going to be improved. People are sad about it, but in our current climate of corporations running the country, it seemed almost inevitable. Running the world, maybe. So, yeah, a lot of writers were lamenting it yesterday on social media. Isabel's down next to me here. Isabel's not concerned. She says, "Cats don't worry about acquisitions and mergers, do you?" No. Of course, cats are also arguably parasites. Isn't that right? She says, as long as the cat food keeps coming, that's why I write the books, is to feed the cats. Yes. Yes. Minerva Spencer says that Isabel has a smoker's meow. Uh, she does kind of. She's totally deaf now, so she has to be very loud to be assured that she is meowing, and it's hell on the vocal cords. Yeah. So, yeah, those are the breaks. What was I saying about this other publisher? So those are the big ones, and that's why we say the big. But then there are other, like, mid-size presses or smaller presses. So, like, there other ones are like Source Books, Kensington. Um, oh, I think the mosquito candle is making me sneeze. I tried to pause and then it unpaused. Sorry, let me scoot this away. I was clever this time and came out and lit the candle before I got out here and gave it a little while to drive the mosquitoes away. That seems to be the effective method. So, uh, yeah, like Tachyon. There used to be other ones, like Skyhorse and all these others. Anyway, those are not the great big ones that people mean when they're talking about the big houses. Isabel's checking out that candle now. Yeah, stinky, huh? Now she's leaving in a huff. We haven't had cat wrangling on the podcast in a while. So yeah, I recently learned of another publisher that's not one of the biggies, but that's well known, especially in romance publishing, that is offering a terrible percentage on ebooks. And one of my friends at Polycon, who has a very successful series, told me that last year, and she was sad about it, that she made about $1,400 in the whole year. And I told somebody else this, and they were like, "That author?" But her books are doing amazing. And I was like, "Yeah." Um, and her agent says that she doesn't really understand the contract, When my friend asked about, well, shouldn't I be getting royalties for like the audiobooks or the foreign rights and stuff? And her agent was like, oh, well, I don't know. Um, and I said to her, friend, I said, that's a really bad sign, and it's like, I love that people come to me for advice, but I think sometimes people regret coming to me for advice because, and you should all know this, I'm happy to talk to you like at conventions or, over drinks. There are many things I will say to you in person that I will not say on the podcast. But, if you do ask me for advice, I'm going to give it to you pretty straight. And I told her, you've got to leave this agent. If your agent doesn't understand your contract, then this is a problem. It's a problem. It's a red flag. And she says, oh, I know, but, she stuck with me. She took me when no one else would. And, I owe her. And you guys, I hear this story so many times. And it's hard. I know it's hard because we love our agents. We do feel that it's like the first love. We we are grateful to them, and it does feel like they took a chance on us when no one else would. And I definitely felt that way about my first agent. And I don't know if I would have left her if she hadn't gone into like a total spiral and left the agency and went to an agency where I couldn't sign the contract. Uh, I don't know what I would have done. I'm glad I didn't have to make that choice. Leaving my second agent was a really hard choice, even though I was terribly disappointed in him. And I had gone through a couple of like performance improvement plans with him, that's my, ah, so I spoke too soon on the mosquitoes. That one went right for my nose. That's my corporate America coming out. But it's like, okay, I'm not happy with how this is working. And so we'd come up with these things that, for him to do. And then he didn't do those things. I was working with the senior agent in the firm. That's the other thing about this friend that I'm talking about is that her agent just has her own agency. There's not even a senior agent to go to. And so, which is the first advice I would give is if you are, maybe not the first, but still, if you are unhappy with what your agent is doing, or if you're wondering if you should be managing expectations in some way, you go to the senior agent at the agency and say, here's what I want, and this is not what's happening. And, you know, what do you recommend? And the senior agent in mine was very receptive, but my agent still didn't do it. And and that breakup felt like a divorce. It really did. It was hugely emotional. My friends got sick of listening to me, but it had to be done. And I feel like I'm still seeing echoes of the ways in which he messed up my career. Um, and it's very true. And I'm sort of going off on this whole agent tangent. I didn't mean to, but it's probably worth revisiting. The old adage that a bad agent is worse than no agent at all is really true. And I feel like spending several years with my bad agent, I'm still seeing effects of it. I'm still digging out of that. And I love my current agent, Sarah Younger at Nancy Yost Literary Agency, who is unfortunately not taking more clients. I even asked her at a Polycon when, because I was thinking maybe I could get my friend to move over to her, if I could get my friend to give up this loyalty to this terrible agent. And I feel very comfortable calling this agent terrible. If your agent says they don't understand the contract, I mean, that's literally their job. So I asked Sarah, "Oh, are you still not taking new clients?" Or I said, "Are you taking new clients?" And she actually physically flinched. She was like, and she said she's just not able to keep up with all of her current clients, and she's still sort of digging out of that pandemic hole on that as well. So, unfortunately, maybe someday. But so yeah, why is my friend only making $1,400 a year? She got paid twice in, every 6 months, and she said it was about $700 each time. And yeah, yeah, I mean, she's not going to be out on the streets because she has a salaried spouse, which is great, but it's disheartening when you have a very successful series. I mean, I'm not kidding when I say this is a successful series. It's gotten amazing reviews and it's very well known. And how is she only getting this much money? Uh, it's criminal, really. So I'm never going to be one of those people. And there's one in particular I can think of who, like, in SIFWA on Discord and so forth, or the forums, every single time someone says something about an agent, this guy has to pop up and do a blast against how horrible agents are. And it's just like, dude. But he's also, I don't know, um, unpleasant in his opinions in many ways. So I don't think that all agents are terrible. I think that agents are very helpful to a career, particularly if you're dealing with things like print and foreign rights. And I don't believe that hiring a lawyer is the same thing. But um, but there are bad agents out there, and they give the good agents a bad name, and so there it is. Otherwise, let's see what's going on. I feel like this is exciting news for me and not important to anything else. But I got my nails done yesterday, and I we may have gotten. I'm trying to show you. It's kind of better. There we go. Uh, we may have gotten a green that I really like. Since this is my birthday month and green is my favorite color, I was trying to get a good green, and for some reason, it's really hard to find a good green nail polish. So much good green in nature, not so much. It must be really hard to reproduce a green pigment because it's hard to find good greens in clothing too. Um, so I'm very happy with my green nails. Small things, right? Yeah. So I went long yesterday, so I think it's okay to go shorter today. I will, yeah, talk to you all on Thursday. You all take care. Bye bye.